Hello guys, welcome back to the channel once again. Today I'm super mega excited to share the moves that I will highly recommend you all to go ahead and go watch for this Pride month. But before we get into further details, happy Pride month for everybody out there. Really hope you all enjoy to the fullest, and let me know what are your plans for this Pride month and how are you gonna spend it. So let's get right into this amazing lesson. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get right into further details and not waste any more time. First and foremost, we're gonna start off with Emma Knight, and it's basically set in the 1840s. Mary and a young woman sent by her husband by the sea. She basically develops an intense relationship with Mary. In this case, the storyline is between Mary and Charlotte. Discover they can give each other what they have been searching for, and it basically becomes a passionate love affair between the two, where they basically was inseparable until later on. Obviously, life had the unexpected route where they had to go separate ways, but even them two being separate, they just couldn't stay away from one another. At the end of the movie, obviously they reconnected and things just took a different route. I definitely didn't thought the movie would end the way it did, but this one is a true classic. It was released in 2020 and it is available to watch on Apple TV. If you guys haven't watched it, hey, what are you waiting on? This one definitely for me, it's a strong 9 out of a 10. Then moving forward, we have Imagine Me and You. During her wedding ceremony, Rachel notices Lucy in the audience and feels basically instantly drawn to her. The two women become close friends, and when Rachel basically learns that, in this case, Lurie is into women, she realizes that despite her happy marriage, she basically is falling for Lucy. The movie is available to watch on Prime Video and basically was released in 2006. Let me tell you one thing that I really did love about the movie is the fact that at the end of the movie, in this case, Rachel's husband could understand that her happiness wasn't with him, but it was actually with Lucy. And just the final scene where they reconnect, for me, that is a 10 out of a 10. It's basically never give up on love, even though you know you are in a hard situation. This movie is super cute, super adorable. I will also, definitely rate this one a strong, in this case, 9 out of a 10. It's just everything for me. And then moving forward, we have Beauty, very emotional movie. The movie basically, in this case, the films explores the life of a singer and a secret lesbian relationship. The singer also struggles to maintain her voice and identity after being, offered a lucrative recording contract, basically sparking vicious fights with her family. She and her best friend are in love, but they know that they have to keep their relationship a secret because of everything that they have been going through in order not to put Beauty's career, in risk, and basically she losing everything. The movie was released in 2022 and it's available to watch on Netflix. And let me tell you one thing about this movie, the fact that her best friend was by her side through everything, even later on when she moved on with someone else, the fact that her best friend knew that she was the love of her life, but she also understand that she doesn't want to be the person who just want to take away her dream and her career from her. That was tough, that was really tough. I will highly rate this movie also a 9 out of a 10. Then we have Anais in Love. The movie was released in 2021. It's a comedy drama. It follows Anais, a 30-year-old woman who is broke and has a lover. She doesn't think she loves anyone. She meets Daniel, who immediately falls for her. But Daniel lives with Emily, who Anais also falls for. Yes, so it's very complicated. There's a lot going on, in the movie. But one thing I have to say is that Anais, when she basically saw Emily, she just felt something, and Emily felt something too. But at the beginning, Emily was a little bit confused, but Emily also already knew what she wanted since the moment she saw Anais. So there's a lot going on. I feel like this movie is super mega underrated, so that's why I had to come here and include it on the list. This one I will highly rate it a strong 8 out of a 10. I feel like that would be a pretty fair rating. Then we have Heartbeat Loud. Sam, a high school student, forms a romantic relationship with a young woman, Rosie. The relationship is portrayed as safe and pleasant lesbian romance. The movie was released in 2018. It's about a father that basically composes music for his daughter, and he's basically torn between fulfilling his own dreams or letting his daughter basically find hers. Yes, and also at this whole situation that goes on between her and her father and music relationship, there's also her personal relationship also with another, woman in this case. And yes, it's very cute, very simple, very understanding. It's not like toxic, it's not like fighting, arguing. It's just very intense and emotional and cute and adorable. So yeah, this one I will also rate it a strong 8.5 out of a 10. I feel like that would be fair. And then moving forward, we have Eva and Candela. This movie was released in 2018. Eva and Candela faces the end of their relationship. They met and fell in love. But when basically love brought them together, they knew that they had to also fight for their professional dreams. And when they were together, they just couldn't figure out a way how to balance basically their love life with their professional life. Later on, a kid came in the picture, and when they basically had a child together, you can see that their relationship just started to go from bad to worse. But also at the same time, they still wanted to make it work, but they just couldn't find a way or a common ground to make it work. But one thing we have to say is that these two women, they definitely loved each other, but they just couldn't find a way on how, to balance out their emotions with the professional pressure that they have of their sons also, and also being mothers. So this one, hey, something else, definitely a 9 out of a 10. Then moving forward, we have The World to Come. This one is basically one of my favorite one on this list, if not my favorite. The movie is set in the 19th century. Two neighbors, complete strangers with hardship and isolation, is in an environment that challenge them both. Abigail basically begins her rural life with her husband when Sale arrives. To the rural area, everything changes. The two women form an uncertain relationship where they basically just fall head over heels with one another. But later on, as the movie progresses, you can actually see that there was a very unexpected ending. And let me tell you, this ending until this day, I feel a type of way regarding it, because I just felt like it was so, so unfair. The fact that it happened had to happen that way. But yes, this is probably one of the best, if I'm not mistaken, one of the best, in my personal opinion, lesbian movies ever made. It was released in 2020, and it is available to watch on Apple TV. Then we have Walk With Me. The movie was released in 2021. It follows the emotional journey of a young mother who leaves her husband to find her place in the world. While finding her place, she basically stumbles upon the unexpected love of another woman. And basically, you can read this movie on Amazon. Basically, the two women, the moment they met each other, they were just inseparable. They just knew that they wanted to be together, but they're also trying to make sense of this new reality, because they basically fell in love with each other unexpectedly. And when you fell in love or fall in love with someone unexpectedly, there's a lot of things that you have to adjust to understand and basically just go through the process of the emotions. And that's exactly what this movie is about. Very, very, very cute, and also very underrated. That's why I just had to come here and include it on the list, because when a movie is underrated, I feel like it doesn't get enough spotlight. This one is available to rent on Amazon. If you guys know our other platform where you can go ahead and go watch it, let me know let me know where we can go ahead and do that. So yes, guys, thank you so much for being here until this point of the video. Thank you so much for all the love and all the support. And I also want to say happy Pride Month once again. And let me know what is your top, movies that you will highly recommend, everybody to go ahead and go watch during this Pride Month. Which movies would you recommend? At least top 5 movies that you will highly recommend for everybody to go ahead and go watch. Just so pastime, maybe cuddle up with friends, with somebody, and just have a very, very quick, well, in this case, cute time together. Happy Pride Month. I really hope you all have enjoyed this one. Until the next video, and goodbye.